Hello everybody, welcome to the Day of Dragons Update 1.2 Developer Live Stream, and I am your host, Super Rhino. And I have with me a very sick, bad parrot. She's not feeling very well, so she's not going to talk today. And I think Echo's going to be joining us here in a little while. I also have Tenchi with me in case we have any server issues. But here we are at the Update 1.2 Developer Live Stream. And Parrot, they're wishing you to get better. So, as I mentioned in Discord, we're going to be revealing today the release date for Update 1.2, and it's not very far away. We're at the end of quarter 1, 2025. There's only a couple days left, and one of these days in the next few, we're going to be releasing Update 1.2. And this update is probably the most TLC community feedback centered update that we've ever put out. Like, there's a lot of improvements coming to the game in this update. You can see right now I'm on the Update 1.2 version of the Forgotten Forest map with Bad Parrot, and there's Tenchi over there on the rock. And right now I'm a adult brood watcher munching down on some grass using the new grazing ability. And we changed the grazing ability to where it doesn't stop you from getting hungry, it just slows it down. This is mainly because testers were like, you could just sit by some water and grow all the way to adult without ever eating a fruit bush. And I was like, that's a little OP, so we changed it. So now it just slows hunger, it doesn't stop hunger. But it's a beautiful day here in the Forgotten Forests. You can see we got these new fruit bushes on the map. And speaking of the new map, check this out. This is our new mini map. You can, you guys remember, if you played right now, you play live right now, you'd like open this up and it would say mini map unavailable. I had like the functionality there, but I didn't actually have time to implement it yet. So now it's fully implemented into the game. And well, almost. Update 1.2 will have the initial minimap implementation, and then in a patch I'm going to put in a way where you can click on the minimap and pop out a big map over here to the right. And the big map will have not only yourself and the terrain, but it'll also have all your group members on there, so you can see where they're at. And there'll be an option to turn grids on as well. You'll be able to click a button and grids will pop up, so you can like say, hey, let's go to G3, and so you'll have grids to help you and your friends navigate where to go and where you last seen something, or clans will probably use that too. But let me show you how this works. So if I turn my camera around, you can see the little black view arc moving around. So that's where your camera's looking. And then if I move my dragon around, you can see that the orange dragon pointer points in whatever direction that I'm looking. Of course, up is north. And there's also this little you can zoom it in, zoom it out. So that's how you do, or how you use the new minimap. I'm going to eat one of these fruit bushes here. You can see as I'm eating the bush, it starts losing leaves and berries on it, and that's a way for you to know how eaten a bush is. And as it grows back, it will start growing back in pieces. It doesn't go ahead and poof all the way as a completely full new bush. It grows back in parts, and so you have to wait until it's fully grown back. But that's the new fruit bushes for the brood watcher. They are herbivores, so they like to eat fruit bushes, mushrooms, and grass. And it is a beautiful day to kind of look over the new area, or the new map. Speaking of the new map, we did a video with Pancake and Ragnarlock, and I'm going to do a video with Loose Wing, I believe Monday or Tuesday. And the video with Loose Wing is going to go over some very in-depth look at the new nesting system, and how we brought back the legacy style nesting with a lot of new improvements. And one new cool feature, speaking of nesting, is that the brood watcher is right now the only dragon that has a different courtship call for the male and the female. So Parrot's right over here, and Parrot, let's join a group. And some of you already know that I can just 3 call her. Is it 3? Is that friendly? And that will invite her to group, and she just joined the group. And now I'm gonna, this is the courtship call for the male brood watcher. And then there is the courtship call for the female brood watcher. Alright, and then Parrot's going to go ahead and drop a nest for us. And we're going to have our first look at the new nest interface. So the new nest interface is really cool. Not only can you see the father and the mother, whether or not they have the dominant mutation, which skin they're using, and the stats of the father and of the mother, but you also can see, the grandfather of the egg, which is would be my father, my grandmother, and my grandfather. You can see all their stats. So you can see generational stats now off of the nest. And over here on the left side, we have the condition of the nest, which is the hit points, and progress to the next egg. So this tells us how long before the next egg is going to hatch. Total eggs laid, total eggs hatched, and the nest temperature. Now the nest temperature is not 100% fully developed yet. It's kind of working right now, but expect more of that to come in update 1.2.1 or 2 or something like that. So one of the patches. But how this works is you basically have cold, hot, or moderate, and you'll see a glow around the egg around the egg temperature that tells you what your egg temperature should be. So if I was a flame stalker, there'd be a glow around the red egg right now. But the size of the egg, so whichever egg is big tells you what the temperature is of that egg right now. But in your target temperature is whichever egg has the glow on it. So if you're a fire dragon or wyvern, there'd be a glow around this red egg, and you'd want to get the nest hot enough so that the eggs can incubate properly. And you'll notice right now there's no eggs, no other buttons here to click on, but go ahead and lay on that nest. So we're going to go ahead and try to get an egg in the nest here. Another new change for egg laying is the first egg now. We got an egg. It's because we're on the test server, so in test server everything's really done really fast. So now I have egg 1 is here, so I'm going to click on that, and you'll be able to see the stats of the egg. There'll be a gestation tracker right here, which didn't work because we're on test server, but it will actually show the development of the egg from a tiny embryo to a bigger embryo. And there's a meter here where you'll be able to see the egg growth status, and then you'll be able to invite someone to that egg. So this is how the new this is the new nesting panel. And you should have a destroy button on that nest. Do you have a destroy button on there? Yep, and she was able to nuke the nest. And we're going to show more of all that in Loose Wings video coming up next week. So be sure to tune into that. But we hope that you all like the new Nest UI. It's been, those of you that have been here for a while know that for years it's had, this is a work in progress. We'll get to it eventually, basically. And so we finally got around to it. Alright, so I'm going to head to the new swamp. Boy, that mini map is so helpful. Good job to Tarly for drawing that map. Oh, and speaking of mini map, how many of you would like to have your, a lot of people use those fan-made maps. I don't know what website they use, but how many of you would like to have your own official Day of Dragons Forgotten Forest orthographic map that's like exactly precise on where everything is? How many of you would like that? Offline map. Oh, a lot of you. Okay. Well, wish granted. You're welcome. Playing isn't the easiest thing as a fruit watcher. think I just hit a wall. There must be an invisible wall here. Oh, there is a wall here. Seems like there's a wall right there too. That's weird. I have to look at that. Let's mark that location. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Oh man, get that fixed before Thursday. Also be a broken collision or something. Oh, there's another one there. Oh, I think it's these rocks. Yep, it's this is why the release is on Thursday, because we're still finalizing bugs and things like that, fixing things.
Yeah, that's odd.
Oh, hello, Echo.
Hello. Yeah, I'm watching that now.
Oh, yep, just another one. Alright, we'll jot that down, look at it, and I'm going to try to go around it.
Maybe fly higher. Try to like get over them maybe. Hmm.
Oh, never mind. I just hit another collision.
If you run down that path, you'll get into swamp. Okay, so it's the rocks. There's something wrong with them.
It's definitely the rocks. Are these using complex or simple collision?
Complex. Vertexes. Well, I guess it's a teaser for the swamp.
Getting blocked out of there. Is there some type of blocking volume in there?
There's nothing in there. Because it was fine last test.
I'm hitting a collision way up here too. That is very strange.
You could follow that little canyon area. You could like walk down there. Maybe.
The swamp is really just, you know, it's one of those like far distant assets that you know, like a lot of games have that you think you can go into, but you really can't.
Ooh, it's not the rocks. You would have been blocked. Oh, my stream's delayed, so.
What if you use the port command in front of me? Would you be able to phase through it?
I can try. And here's another one, so now port to me to get through this one. See if you can get into the swamp now, and then I'll try porting to you.
We're almost there. I think I'm hitting another collision. There's like multiple collisions at this location. Try porting to me.
No, it's not letting me. Try moving your direction a little bit.
Okay.
You could always summon Cheo. That usually overrides it.
I can't. He's
Oh,
too
really?
powerful.
Okay.
Are you free?
Try
Almost.
try now porting to me. See if you can get through.
Oh my goodness. No, I go like 2 inches.
Wow, what in the world is in here?
It's nothing that should be in there. I haven't really touched it.
Huh.
Like, I didn't touch it. The only thing I did was that collision thing you told me about yesterday. That's all I've touched.
Alright, Tensi, try porting to me now. See if you can get in. Wow, we're definitely colliding with a bunch of stuff here.
I'm standing on something.
Oh yeah, I am too.
There's invisible rocks here.
There's something here. Alright, well, y'all can see the swamp from here. So this is the new swamp.
Can you
And
show them in spectate?
It's very safe if you have
let me
admin
see.
powers. Can't get attacked by anything.
This will be fixed before Thursday, so don't worry. My spectate camera is getting stuck. It doesn't even have collision, that's weird.
Oh, no, the spectate camera does have collision on it.
This is very, very weird. Well, anyway, everybody, this is the new swamp, and It won't be. It won't be. You won't be getting stuck on it a Thursday, so don't worry. I put out a new. This is a new map update, so we didn't actually get to test this one yet. So things like this just sneak in on bugs sometimes. We're being invisible walled.
That would explain my engine issue that I had the other day. Oh.
Alright. Well, I'm not even going to try getting out of here with this guy. I'm going to take the easy way out. We tested the map yesterday, but this is a new build. Oh, hey everybody! So look at this. Respawn available. Would you like to rehatch as the same dragon and continue playing with your previous skin stats and cosmetic items? Yes. So what respawn does is it allows you to you die, but you get to respawn with the same skin and the same stats, the same heritage, same lineage, same bloodline quality, everything except any loot pearls. You get to keep your cosmetic pearls, but not like stat pearls. So all of this is exactly the same as the dragon that just died. This is really going to help players who are dealing with you know, getting killed, and they, you know, because one of the big complaints we've had is a lot of people, they don't like starting over again. You know, they had this really good statted dragon, or they had some pearls, you know, or skins that they really wanted, and then they lose it, and then they have to start all over again. Well, with respawn, the only starting over you have to do is you have to grow again back to what you were before. So you get to keep your dragon. The way it works is like you get the respawn option as soon as you hit juvie, and then as long as you don't leave the server, all you have to do is go back to juvie again, and then you can log out. If you logged out with that dragon, you don't lose the dragon, but to get the respawn feature back again, you gotta hit juvie again. Unless it's the same dragon. If it's the same dragon, you can die as a hatchling and then respawn again with the same dragon, as long as you don't switch dragons. But the goal is to hit juvie again so you get that respawn back. Alright, I want to show the combat prowess of this guy a little bit. So the Broodwatcher has, I think, 6 attacks. There's tail slam, tail swipe left and right, which you control your tail direction just by your camera. So if I look to the left, look to the right, look straight. There's also spike throw, and hey Tenchi, can you fly over me? I want to get you a spike throw as you're flying over. There's the horn attack. There's also charge. I missed you. So the spike throw is kind of like a anti-air projectile. So if you hit a flyer, it knocks them down to the ground, which is really helpful for Broodwatchers because Broodwatchers have no air attacks. So all their fighting has to be done on the ground. And their charge attack has a knockback, so that's pretty cool too. Am I forgetting anything with Brood? Do you guys want me to show you the quest? I don't know if you guys want to see the quest. I can show the quest tracker. Some of you don't want to see spoilers, right? So the way questing works now, there's in the character panel, there's a new quest journal. And so you click that and all your quests will be up here in the game. So becoming a Broodwatcher, if Winter's Gift was still in, it would be here too. But it tells you, the Broodwatchers have settled in the Forgotten Forests, lush grasslands. Speak to the Alpha Broodwatcher and learn about their kind. So the first objective is find and speak to the Alpha Broodwatcher. And I could show you, but I don't know if some of you probably don't want any spoilers, so that's kind of a touchy topic right there. Maybe I'll let you guys figure that out for yourself. The current quest line has not been completed. If it was, this would be a green check mark right here. And if you want to do it again, you can always click this down here and it'll reset your entire quest line and you can do it over. This is helpful if you're swapping between servers and you want to do the quest line again, or if you just want to do it again, or maybe you want to do it again just to try out all the different dialogue options. So that's there for you. The nice thing about resetting the quest line is you do not lose your unlocks or your rewards. So you can reset the quest line and do the quest again, and resetting it you don't lose anything by doing that. The quests themselves are the progress is stored locally, but the unlocks are stored on the server. So your actual quest progress is stored locally, but the things you unlock are stored on the server. So you will need to redo the quest on each server unless you're a Kickstarter. Kickstarters get the Broodwatcher unlocks automatically. Day one for the those with Head Start, and then on Monday, following Monday, for everybody else, all the other Kickstarters. The unlock, being a Kickstarter doesn't mean you can't do the quest. You can still do the quest and enjoy all the dialogue. You just automatically have the Broodwatcher unlocked. So you'll be able to actually, I think you can play the Broodwatcher unlock quest as a Broodwatcher. Grow time, 4 hours. So Broodwatchers will grow in about 4 hours, unless you have that growth boost going for you. And let me I'm going to start over again as a baby, and yeah, I'm going to respawn again. No, this time I'm not. I'm going to start as a different one. And this is new too. The the reference for all the different dragons here. You can see their family class. Different information. That's new. This is the obsidian gold that you mix the melanistic skin with the Patreon gold skin, and you get obsidian. And let's see if we can find some food and water. Alright, got some food and some water. I'm going to eat that mushy. The nice thing about being a Broodwatcher, you can eat these red mushrooms and you don't get poisoned. Alright, and my hunger thirst is optimal, so I am getting a 50% growth boost, and you get to keep that growth boost as long as you keep your hunger and thirst under, I think it's 20% now. Before it was 10%, now it's 20%. Alright, if you all have any questions, at me in the chat there so it pops up as red and then I can see your question. But you want to like at Be Awesome Games and then it just shows up easy. It highlights your question. Will E-spawns hatch as juvies? No. What about the crystals? Oh, the crystals. We didn't show the crystals, did we? I'm probably going to miss some questions here, so some of you will have to ask your question again. So the way crystals work is, I mean, they work the same as they did before, except now there's, if there's a crystal on the map that is your attunement, there'll be a little icon on the compass. And if you are, I think it's, I can't remember what the range is. It's not across the whole map, but if you are within range of that crystal, I think it's like 500 meters, it'll show up on your compass. Can we see the crystal indicators on the compass? Yes. They show up right there on the compass, and they'll show you what color they are too. Any plans on bringing back the look of the... Oop, I lost it. The look of the old elder mushrooms. Those other mushrooms will be coming back into the game, and they'll offer their own set of buffs, but they're just waiting for that to be a thing before we bring them back in the game. So right now there's just the poison mushroom. What about the bio nests cliffside? Oh, that's a parrot. You want to do the bio nests? Here, let's be a bios. Alright, where are you? There's some cliffs over here too. There you are. Okay. Alright, see if you can put a nest here on the cliff. You haven't lost some lag or something? Gotta find like a flat face. Try it right over here. And you don't want to like have your nose in the wall. There you go. I think you're too close because it looked like your nose was like inside the wall, so it couldn't do a line trace properly. There you go. Wow. Not only your father and mother, but also your grandparents are all F stats. Alright, let's see. Any plans on... Oh, I already read that one. Will the respawn option only be available to PvE servers or PvP as well? Both. And it can be disabled. There's a new config option, and server owners can turn off respawns if they want to. Let's see. Is the brood mother out? It'll be out on Thursday of next week. The Brood Watcher. Update 1.2 is coming out Thursday next week. Where is offline map? It's in official Discord in the Day of Dragons category under support docs. Can you still elder every 12 hours and go crystal hunting, become elder as Brood Watcher? No, because now eldering is every 6 hours instead of 12, so you actually get 4 ticks per day instead of 2, so it's faster if you want to passively elder. Will more music appear? Oh, I just lost that one. I lost my place. I lost my scroll stop. Let's see, can you show us the crystals, and will the Brood Watcher have a night crystal? The Brood Watcher does have a night crystal. And oh, look, looky there. See on my map? You guys see this crystal right here? I want to go find it. Look what just popped up. I don't think it's this one, because the compass is showing me a different crystal. Not used to flying as the bio. They're so fast and maneuverable. Wow. Did not mean to make anybody dizzy back there. Wow. Hey, Echo, I'm seeing some black tree trunks for some reason on these redwood trees.
That'd be, I think that's your game. I don't have that at all. Yeah, because I noticed when you were in the river area, you had the same issue, and I went there myself, and I didn't see it, so I don't know.
Huh.
I can investigate, though, if you want. Let's see. Maybe it's... yeah, I don't know.
I'm still...
I have a weird suspicion this might be one of those times where it's verify your game files.
Yeah.
That's weird. It's... yeah, it's weird looking.
Okay, this crystal's here somewhere. Nope, it's right around me. There it is. We want to be elder bios. Imbue us with your power. Now I'm glowing. I have black tree trunks. Let's see, another question. Is there the brood ability for the nest already in the game? The Brood Watcher's special upstatting ability is not going to be in update 1.2. It's going to be coming in a patch. The reason being, like, it won't be like too much longer. It'll probably be like April when it comes out. But there's a lot of UI and programming involved with that, and I just didn't have time to get it finished by the end of Q1. So instead of pushing back update 1.2, we're going to release update 1.2, and everything that's coming in update 1.2 is going to be polished. And then you know, the couple things that missed are going to be patched in, and update 1.2.1, 1.2.2, exact things like that. So, you know, the patches, they don't take that long. They're usually 2 weeks each, sometimes not even that long, maybe 4 weeks at the absolute most. But there's a ton of new content coming in update 1.2, including a legacy style nesting. So upstatting is like easier than ever, and we just want to make sure that the Brood Watcher upstatting ability works really well and is bug free before we put it in. So it's going to take us a couple more weeks to get that in. So can you add waypoints to the map? Yeah, sure. Oh, you mean like in the little mini map? No, but I do want to add that as a feature. I have that on my my plan. I think for update 1.3, to where you can take the coordinates, type them into chat, and it will pop up a waypoint on your map at the coordinates that you typed in chat. Let's see, can we see any other map changes Echo might have done? Echo, is there some other areas that players might want to see?
Dated?
Somebody asked to see if there's any other map areas that got reworked in this update.
Yeah, so Big Rock was one of the more notable ones. A place called Throne, I believe that's what it's called. That's also been updated. And then Swamp Edge, you know.
I'm going the wrong way, ain't I? That way.
So great.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's already been fixed. No more issues with water, hopefully.
Are there any major dragon changes this patch, like massive stat changes or buffs, nerfs? Inferno Am I at Big Rock right now? No, it's over there. The Inferno Ravager can cauterize bleeds now by activating their Inferno ability. The Flamestalker's Heat Vision got a big buff, so not only does it let you see heat signatures, but if you're using it, it also gives you a massive crit chance bonus. So the lore is that, you know, he can see your vitals a whole lot easier with the heat vision, and you know, so he knows where to target better, so you get massive crit chance bonus with Flamestalkers when using heat vision. But that's only for the bite and tail attacks. Let's see, anything about the ASD? Does acid have a lot of effect on the Broodwatcher? Oh yeah. So probably the, you know, Broodwatchers are going to be on the ground a lot, and what other dragon is on the ground? Acid Spitters. So a pack of Acid Spitters are a huge threat to Broodwatcher, because Broodwatcher has a lot of trouble with their stamina, and so Acid Spitters can, you know, remove their stamina really easily and also reduce their armor. So a pack of Acid Spitters are a huge threat for Broodwatchers, but a couple Acid Spitters, the Brood can handle them. It's just, if, you know, once you get to like four more Acid Spitters, Brood might want to seek refuge or try to get some friends to help. How big is an Elder Broodwatcher? How big is an Elder Broodwatcher? You want to know how big an Elder Biolumin is? That's us right now. Right? Or, Parrot, are you an ancient? I think you're an ancient Biolumin. I'm an Elder. Tali's an adult. So, but how big is an Elder? I'm currently a bio right now, but maybe one of these others are you an elder? I don't know. No, you're not an elder. Maybe you're not. You're an adult. I don't see any elders right now, but they're pretty big. What about the new Crystal Cave? Will it be added? I'm not sure what Crystal Cave you're talking about. Echo, do you know what he's talking about? Crystal Cave?
Not to my knowledge. If they're talking about crystal caverns, they'll be coming in soon.
Did you make Elder Crystals Acid Spitter friendly yet?
Yes.
Yeah, Echo did some tweaking with the crystal locations. How is Mimicore coming along? We're working on it right now, so it's in the development phase. So soon you'll see the Mimicore illustration, and then we're going to be modeling the Mimicore, and then animating the Mimicore, and then integrating the Mimicore, and then the Mimicore will be coming into Day of Dragons as soon as it's ready. So we don't know which update it's going to be, but once it's done, we're going to put it in. Will we be able to reset the mutation points already been used in the future? That's not planned currently, but you technically could by if your dragon dies and you respawn, you can reuse your mutation points. You just have to grow again. So I guess it's coming in update 1.2. Will the dominant trait be fixed? Yes, it's fixed in update 1.2. All the nesters are going to want to use dominant, and we'll talk more about that in Loose Wing's video coming out next week. We're going to do a very in-depth video on nesting with Loose Wing. You will not want to miss that video if you're a nester. It's going to have like all the in-depth nesting information coverage, and that'll be out next week before release. Let's see, what will the Broodwatcher crystal color at night be, and will there be a new crystal map? The Broodwatcher's crystal color, I believe, is let's see, I believe it's going to be the same as it's going to, I'm trying now, you said at nighttime and I can't even remember right now, but it might be the same as the biolumin. Is what will be the next big dragon? The Singe Crest is going to be coming out in update 1.4. That'll be the Singe Crest, the healer. Is there more food spawns? Yes. What about the biostam glitch? Has the biostam glitch been fixed? I can't remember if it's in the fixes or not. I've been working on this update for months, so there's a lot of things that have been fixed. I'm not sure if that was one of the things. I'd have to look at the patch notes. See, any news on skin crafting development? We will talk about that in our next live stream for update 1.4. Are you ever going to make flying smoother, make it have better mechanics? It's pretty good right now, but you know, I'm always open for improvement. But we already have a really good flight system. Let's see, are the baby egg pouches for the brood made or the next batch over? So the baby egg pouches, they do work, but in update 1.2.0, you won't be able to pick up eggs. That's coming in a patch. That'll be in the same patch as the brood special ability. So expect that in April. Will crystals appear on the map to make it easier to locate? That's a good idea. Right now they just appear on the compass, but you know, actually putting them on the map, I'll have to put that in my notes. So that'd be a pretty good idea. Will brood be able to sit on other dragons' nests? No. I thought that read, will broods be able to sit on other dragons? Will they be able to sit on other dragon nests? No. They'll be able to pick up eggs out of their nest and incubate them. Let's see. Will babies being carried, are they still camera locked? Yes, for now they are, yeah. I thought skin crafting was in 1.3. Yes, skin crafting's coming in 1.3. How many new crystals are there? I know there's a couple. There's a couple new crystals. I know there's at least 2 in the swamp. 2 new ones in the swamp. Can we see the cosmetic pearl overlays on the different brood skins like Lumen, Leucistic, and Crimson? I believe we showed that already in a different video, but Parrot, can you put on the, well, you're in Iconic at the moment. Can you put the gold pearl on? That's the gold pearl. Do you want to model? Do you want to model gold pearl on the other skins? Let's see. Is a tutorial for single player mode planned? I would like to add a tutorial. And I would like to add a single player mode. That's all I can say about that right now, but I have a lot a lot of work to do still in the multiplayer mode. Will Sanctuary get the new map in crystals? I'm not sure what you mean. Are you talking about the server Sanctuary? Because all the servers will be updated to 1.2. When will the hybrid come into play? Approximate time frame? I don't have the exact update that hybrid's coming in, but expected in it's going to come in no sooner. I mean, I know 1.3 is skin crafting, 1.4 is the Singe Crest. Mimicore is going to come in on whichever update it finishes, and then you know what's coming after that. I don't know yet. It just depends. We have the Frostfell, we have the hybrid, we have the Zagovo, the Behemoths, the Tidal Shock, which is probably going to come in last. So there's several different dragons that we got to bring in the game. I'm not sure which one's coming in which order beyond. I know Singe Crest is coming in 1.4. So you'll be able to see Swamp in Ragnarlock's video. There's also a, if you look at Pancake's video that just came out today, he shows off some Swamp footage too. Ragnarlock is showing off a lot in the video he's coming out with. And there's some weird collision bug right now that's keeping me out of the Swamp right now. It wasn't in yesterday's map patch, but it was in today's map patch, and but it will not be there for release. I'm going to get that fixed ASAP, so don't worry about having to deal with that on Thursday. Can you make cyan and yellow crystal won't spawn at night since there's no dragon that can use them at night yet? No. Obviously cyan is the frost and yellow is venom. And we will eventually have dragons that use those. I know no dragons using it now, but like the system was designed for all the elements. Can you make it so that we can stay in a group when switching dragons? I'll put that on my list of things to do. I know I can make it happen, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And I gotta look and check my notes. There might be a reason why you can't do that. I'll have to look and see. But if there's no like game, there's nothing in the game blocking that from, or that's going to break by me doing that, then yeah, I can do that. Let's see, so Brood takes yellow at night, or is that for the Venom Dragon? Yellow, I believe, is the Venom element, and cyan is the frost element. Will ASD friendly call be able to be used while laying down and sitting without being forced into full animation? I have some, you know, Acid Spitter is going to get some love in the future. I've been kind of slowly working through different dragons depending on how badly they needed it. Inferno Ravager needed it the most, you know, going into like update 1.1, and so there was a lot of things I needed to get done for the Inferno. Now I'm pretty happy with Inferno, and so I started giving some love to the Flamestalker, and you know, I think Shadow Scale's in a pretty good place. You know, I don't think anybody complains that Shadow Scale needs love. So I'll be looking at Acid Spitter next probably, and see what I can do to polish the Acid Spitter a little bit. Let's see, can we fix pearls so you don't have to farm for days to get one to drop, then have someone steal it? Pearl drops on the swamp snappers are RNG. You know, it just depends on if you get the crit or not on, you know, the RNG. And if you do, you get one. If not, you don't. I know some of them are like rolling into the water and making it hard for people to get to them. And I think, like, I did some work on that, and you know, a month or so ago, 2 months ago, and players were saying that they could get them, you know, if they're in the water now. So, you know, I'm not sure if that was fixed or not, but I know I did do some work on it. Which dragon is the Mimicore, and what update will feature the elementals? The Mimicore is it's a small class 2 dragon, like the Bio, and it kind of looks like a red panda. And it's a very intelligent dragon. It's the only dragon that can translate elemental speech, and it's also its special ability is that it can mimic the call of other dragons. So it can kind of fool people into thinking that it's something it's not. So if you hear a flame stalker roaring, it might actually be a Mimicore. And that is a Patreon dragon. So that it's a lifetime subscriber reward for our Patreon subscribers. And as soon as it's in the game, all the Patrons that subscribers that are LT300 will receive that dragon. How's the Fireclaw development? Everything is done except the animation set. We still have some animations where we got to finish on it, but the real question is, when is it coming in the game? And I know it's not coming in update 1.3 and it's not coming in update 1.4, and we expect to have both update 1.3 and 1.4 out this year. So Skin Crafting and Singe Crest should both be out this year. Can you get nested as a Mimicore? Yes. It is definitely something that you can get nested as. Oh, speaking of Patreon, we are giving away some free Patreon subscriptions, and to our YouTube viewers. So we have some free Patreon subscriptions that we're going to be giving away, and we're going to kind of play a little game here, and it's going to be a trivia game. And the first person to answer the question right will get a free Patreon subscription. So whatever you do, do not spam your answer twice. Only give your answer one time. And Bad Parrot is looking at the YouTube chat, and she's going to find out who the winner is. And to help us find the answers better, if you could put like a A and a period in front of your answer, like A dot and then whatever your answer is, that way she can separate the chat from, you know, answers. So like A dot and then whatever your answer is. So question number 1. This is trivia question number 1. What was the first dragon concept illustration that we released to the public? The first dragon concept illustration that we released to the public. Oh, we got an answer already. It's Flamestalker. That is correct. And I lost the scroll. It went way up there already, but somebody was really quick on that. So good job. You know your Day of Dragons history. All right. So, Anxious Art Bark, you just won a free Patreon subscription for a month. And to claim it, contact Bad Parrot in our Discord. And Bad Parrot will be able to verify it's you and give you your free Patreon monthly subscription, or for a month. Here's a question. Some of you Kickstarters might know this. On what day, the exact date, month, day, year, did we begin our Kickstarter campaign? The exact date, month, day, year, did we begin our Kickstarter campaign? What is the exact date that we began our Kickstarter campaign? The Wildebeest, you got it. September 2nd, 2019. Good job, Bewilderbeast. You just won a free 1-month subscription to our Patreon. If you could contact Bad Parrot on our Discord, she'll get you that code that you can claim your free Patreon subscription. Oh, thank you. Now I look all glowy. You'll notice I don't have the quest journal because I don't I'm not an adult. So once you hit adult, you get access to the quest journal. I just found a rock. I smelled that rock out. See, will Blitz Striker get an animation rework? The slithering looks very stiff. Not at this time. We're pretty happy with the Blitz's animations right now, and we have a lot of other dragons that we got to animate. So, you know, Carly's our main animator right now, and she's busy working on the Frostfell right now. So some of the new Frostfell emotes look really cool. Pun intended. Did you guys get that pun? Huh? They look cool. I want to try getting into the swamp from the southeast corner. What are you supposed to do when you get attacked while flying as brood? Land. This is a new forest here in the southeast that Echo put in. So it's a nice cozy little forest. And these grasslands, if you're a brood watcher, you're really going to want to live out in these grasslands because there is a ton of food. A ton of food. You can see all the food bushes. And also coming in update 1.2, not 0.0, but in one of the patches, I think update 1.2.2 or 1.2.3 will be the Ironhide Grazer, which is a class 7 AI, and it's going to share these grasslands with the brood watcher. And the nice thing about those Ironhide Grazers, well, they're going to be the first herd AI, so they're going to be the first AI that has babies. So they'll be very protective of their babies. So those are scheduled for update 1.2 point something, like 0.3 probably, maybe 0.4. And these black tree trunks, that's just a bug on my computer. I'm the only one seeing those. I'm not sure why. It's probably my graphics card's out of memory or something. I'm only running a 3070 on this computer. They don't really have any reason to. You can't hurt them, and broods can't, don't want to eat you. So broods are kind of like our first herbivore dragon. I guess you could say the bio is an herbivore because it eats flower nectar, but it doesn't eat anything but flower nectar. It's more like a hummingbird. Kind of curious how many of you are going to roleplay the herbivore, and not kill carnivores for, unless they're a threat to you. Is Brood going to be Bio's new best friend in the game? Might be able to get in the swamp through the back way over here in this. Oh. That is so strange. Oh, how did you get through? That is such a weird bug. Is it like something in the air that's like above the ground that's blocking? Because you're like going right through it.
No, it looks to be like there's multiple collision boxes or something. I have to look into it. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna look right into it right after the live stream.
Yeah.
We'll get it fixed. Don't worry, folks. We'll get it fixed.
If you want to teleport to me, I can teleport you in front of me so you can get further into swamp.
Can you try to get in as far as you can get, and then I'll just teleport to you?
That's what I am right now, as far as I can go.
I don't think teleport works if I'm really close to you. Okay, that got me in a little bit farther.
Okay, let me teleport to you. What the heck is going on?
I don't know. That is so weird. I've never seen this bug before, and I didn't put any collisions in here, and I know you didn't either. So, and it was fine yesterday. So that's weird.
I haven't touched anything. I mean, I'm gonna look at everything involving collisions. See what's
The
going
only thing I can think of is maybe the Steam rollout. Maybe it missed something in the when it was, loading all the, scanning the binaries and all that stuff.
Maybe, because it just doesn't make sense. Like, you can stand on top. If you fly, like, super high in the sky, you can, like, stand on top of the whole thing.
Wow.
It's weird.
Yeah, I'm
It's
standing
like
on top of
swamp
something
blocked
right
off.
now.
Yeah, it's weird. I have to look at it.
Yep, very weird bug. Let's see, can you use spectate to get in? I tried that earlier and it's like blocking spectate camera too. Which is really strange because spectate doesn't have collision. I bet it's just that I need to rebuild it and something didn't build right. And I probably just need to rebuild it. Very strange. All right, another Patreon giveaway. Are you guys ready? Or you want me to do this question first? Have you ever considered not giving the respawn to PvP? It takes away the main point of the game and nesting. We considered it, but PvP is actually one of the big reasons why we wanted to add it. So if private servers don't want it on their PvP servers, they can disable it in the config, but we will have it on official servers. Yeah, there's some kind of weird collision. I kind of wonder, maybe the server didn't update right. Maybe the server thinks there's a collision there and there's not. I'm gonna pretend that I can like move and just kind of like lay here and chill and enjoy the swamp. Got about 15 minutes left of this live stream. I want to give away some more Patreon subscriptions. Why can we pick up a Class 4 AI Snapper but not a Class 3 Drake body? Being able to pick stuff up is based on weight. So like, are you talking about like an acid spitter? You can pick up AI, but I don't think you can pick up dragons anymore at all, right? There was an issue where dragons being picked up, it caused some issue like last year or something, so I removed that. I don't remember off the top of my head what the issue was. It's been a while ago. But you used to be able to pick up dragons. But I can't remember if it was crashing the servers or causing a lot of lag or what it was, but I removed it. What will be able to carry a ironhide body? Probably a broodwatcher, elder. It's based on weight, so you know, the heavier a carcass is, the bigger you have to be able to pick it up. Let's see, if you're able to keep the respawn for official PvP, can you at least make it so that it drops your stats so it doesn't end up making your nesters and fights obsolete in the end? Part of the purpose of being able to respawn is so that you get to keep your stats. You can prevent someone eventually from respawning on PvP. The only way to do that is like not let them hit juvie. So can you make it so Brood can pick up acid spitter for like elder crystals that they can't get to? I do want to add being able to carry other players. You know, like I think it'd be cool if the Inferno could carry players on their back feet, or the Flame Stalker on players on their front feet. I think that'd be pretty cool. Is Elder the max growth, or will we be able to eventually get to Ancient? Right now, Elder is max growth. Ancient is mainly for NPCs. Swamp Jail. Yeah, right now it's Swamp Jail. Let's see. How many elementals will come into the game? There's magma, there's glacier, there's thunder, and each elemental will have a mutated state where they turn into something more dragon-like. And then if the three of those merge, they become the Hydra. So a total of 7 if you count them all. Will we be able to get higher bloodline quality than current? Yes. Well, I mean, A is the max, but it'll be easier to get better bloodline with the new patch. If you respawn, you only lose stat pearls, which aren't in the game yet. You do not lose your cosmetic pearls. Can the tidal shock fly? No. If so, how's it going to get crystals? There'll be underwater crystals for the tidal shock that they can get to. Will we ever be able to hold more than one baby at a time? Like one in our mouth and one in our claws? That's possible. I had that in the alpha. In the alpha, you could technically have like 3. You could have a buff dragon riding on your back. You could carry a baby in your mouth, and you carry like AI on your feet. Will we be upping the acid spitter swim speed? They can already swim pretty fast underwater, but you know, I am going to do an acid spitter polish. Like the acid spitter has a tail attack that isn't in the game yet, and you know, I'll be looking at speeds. You know, their swimming ability, their underwater swimming ability will eventually get better. Will there ever be a map expansion? We are going to be adding more maps, and when the fantasy mode comes in the game, you'll be able to portal travel to the different maps. But the 16-kilometer map that's in right now, that's already 4 times bigger than most maps in other games. If we added it, you know, if we made it bigger, performance would suffer even more. So, you know, our answer to that is the portals that are going to be coming later. Yes, Patreon question. What was the elder? Oh, this is a person question here. What was the elder technique before you changed it to crystals that no one could guess? I didn't reveal that, and it was something that would happen naturally in the game over time, and I think I'm gonna just use that as for the ancient ability if I ever bring ancients in the game, so I don't want to tell people exactly what you had to do. Alright, this last question, and then I'm going to ask some Patreon giveaway questions here. Are we going to be updating the Trello roadmap soon? We do need to update the Trello roadmap. We've been kind of in, you know, when 1.0 came out, you know, we were like, here, you know, we want to get the rest of this stuff in. We thought it would only take us a couple weeks. And then we're like, you know what, the game as a whole is broken. It doesn't matter if we add all this stuff in a couple weeks or months. What we really needed to do was fix the game. So we stripped out all that new technology that was frying everybody's, you know, like frames. Like their frame rates were just horrible. And we had to strip all that stuff out of the game. And a lot of the problem was a lot of the map stuff that we used, they had updated to like nanite only, and so we had to like pull assets out of the that we were using in Legacy and kind of manually update them to Unreal 5, and then we had to do a lot of other work to get the game to work with the lighting and LODs instead of nanite, and it was just a lot of work. We had to do a lot of work to make the game playable, and you know, it made the game a lot more playable for people. And then update 1.1 came out with all those fixes and polish and changes and Blitz Striker. And you know, it made a lot of people happy, but still people wanted all the other content. And I think Blitz Striker came out September, October. So here the Brood Watcher. This update 1.2, we're bringing in the Brood Watcher. It's a free unlockable dragon. You do the quest, anybody can have it. It's includes a ton of changes due to player feedback. Such as we're bringing back Legacy Era nesting, upstatting. Where you can get A++s again, and lots of TLC like the mini map and new nesting UI and just tons of stuff. The respawn mechanic. I can't even think of all the things that are in this patch. The patch notes are two so far. 173 bullet points. That means 173 things that we either added, changed, updated, or fixed in update 1.2. 173. That's a lot. This is a massive update. It's one of our biggest that we've ever done. Oh, the admin panel? Yep. Admin panel got changes, such as there's new commands in the admin panel. There's also these new red buttons. Well, the buttons themselves aren't all new, but now to actually use these critical, dangerous buttons here, you have to hold the button down instead of just clicking it. So that prevents people from, admins from accidentally muting, kicking, banning, slaying people. And also there's Grow Elder, so private server owners can now elder people on their server with a click of a button. Okay, Patreon question here. Patreon question. This one shouldn't be too hard. What was the very first dragon that was playable in the new version of Day of Dragons? Not the old alpha, but the new version of Day of Dragons. What was the very first playable dragon that we added? Alright, whoever said Acid Spitter Dragon, you are the winner. Whoever said it first. So congratulations, you just won a 1-month free subscription to our Patreon. The Acid Spitter, that was the first dragon that we put in the game. We got a lot of flack for it because Acid Spitter was a DLC, we had planned on making the Acid Spitter later in development, but we weren't sure how to make a dragon with wings. So I decided that, what's best is that we learn how to make dragons on the most simplest dragon of all, just, the Acid Spitter. Once we figure that one out, then we'll go to wings. And so the shadow scale was the next one. And you know what? We made a lot of mistakes on the Acid Spitter that would have been a lot more costly had we started up with the shadow scale, and a lot more time consuming. But then we also made mistakes on the shadow scale that would have been a whole lot harder to fix had we not learned things from the Acid Spitter. So we had to take baby steps. Start with the easiest thing first, and then learn. When it came to the Flamestalker, we had already made all our mistakes on the shadow scale and the Acid Spitter. So the Flamestalker, Flamestalker was great right from the get-go. But we actually had to go back and fix the Acid Spitter and the shadow scale models in update 1.0. Alright, next question. Next question. Let me think of a good one here. All right, this is a good question. Who was the first developer that came to work on Day of Dragons? Who was the first developer that came to work on Day of Dragons? Gusting Grimoire. You got it. It was me. That question was a lot easier than probably all thought. But Gusting, you just won yourself a 1-month free subscription to our Patreon. Yes, it was a trick question. All right. All right. Alright, last Patreon question. We're going to ask a actual Patreon question for this time. What year did we begin our Patreon? What year did we begin our Patreon? Alright, Parrot. You know the answer to this. Well, Parrot cannot talk. I forgot. I believe it was 2022. I want to double check and verify real quick, but I am almost positive it was 2022. Nope, it was 2020. We actually started our Patreon in 2020. Wow. Time really flies. Alright, whoever said 2020 first, you just won a free subscription for a month to our Patreon. 2020. That was our first year. Will Pookie ever come back from Alpha? Yes. As soon as we bring in the Dangerous Dunes map with the portals, Pookie will be in it. I think 2022 must have been when I started the comic then. Has it been that long? Time really flies. And we've already been at this live stream for 2 hours now, and we're going to close it down. And we really appreciate all of you who joined us for this live stream. I tried to get as many questions as I could. The questions are there's a lot of questions. We showed off a little bit of the Broodwatcher. We got more Broodwatcher content and more Update 1.2 content coming from our content creators. Pancake, Call Me Pancake, just put out a video today. If you haven't seen that, you'll want to go watch that on YouTube. Ragnarlock is putting out I think more than one video. He said that there's so much content that he's got to make multiple videos. So look for his videos coming out. You'll see stuff and hear stuff that weren't in this live stream. And then Loose Wing's coming out with a video next week before the release. And her video is going to really cover the new nesting system. You won't want to miss that video if you are into nesting in Day of Dragons. I showed you a little bit of the UI, but we're going to not just show you the UI and show you how it works. but we're going to be talking about the new nesting changes in Loose Wings video coming out next week. And then on Thursday of next week, update 1.2. It should be around, it'll be early in the day. You say, yeah, that's what you said last time. Yes, I know, but last time I was still working on the update on the same day that it was coming out, and I won't be doing that this time. This time, I'll be all wrapped up with this update 1.2 early next week, because I just got to fix a couple things with the map, and that'll take me like an hour. So other than that, we're good to go. Yeah, I'm learning. We had a talk. The developers, we had to talk about how we can change and how we can get better going forward, and we decided to lock things down 2 weeks before release. We have an internal release date. We said we're going to lock things down, and we're not going to add anything new. All we're going to do is fix things for 2 weeks, and then we're going to release the update. And you can see this map version that we're on right now with the broken swamp right now, it was working yesterday, but then we had to fix some things that the testers found on the map, and so that patch came out today, and I downloaded it, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the live stream, and then guess what? Can't get in the swamp. But that'll be fixed probably tonight, and we'll be all good to go for release on Thursday, and we hope you guys enjoy it. There's a lot, like I said, there's over 170 changes, fixes, additions, patch notes that are coming in this update. There's so many of them that I can't even think of them all. I can't even remember them all, but it's going to be great, and y'all are going to really enjoy it, and I hope you play it. And you noticed I didn't show you the quest. The quest is actually in here right now. I could go play the quest, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to spoil it, because people get really upset when you spoil things like that, so I'm not going to do that. But the quest is in the game. All you gotta do is go find the herd of brood watchers, NPCs, start your quest, and we'll let you experience that for yourselves. And expect there to be open testing before the release, so there will be a couple days of open testing soon, maybe very soon, and so you'll be watching for that, and you can help us test and find any more map bugs like what we just already found in the live stream today. And that open test should go live just as soon as we fix this map bug. So be on the lookout for that. It might not be tonight, and I don't work on Sundays, so maybe you might see it on Monday, maybe Tuesday at the latest. But all that said, thank you for tuning in to our live stream. Congrats to those of you that won your free Patreon subscriptions. If you'd like to subscribe to our Patreon, you can find us at patreon.com/beawesomegames. And for just $5 a month, you can be a part, support our development, and see all the cool things that we've been working on behind the scenes. And all your support helps us make this game. And because we got a lot of people on payroll, and so we appreciate all the support you give us. Well, until next time, we'll see you guys on Thursday when we release update 1.2. You guys take care and have a good evening.